We are back in regular session. We have 3 items on the agenda under new business. And first, the public comments on the employment of an interim city manager. And this is open to discussion on anyone that has ideas on an interim city manager.
I thought, I thought we were going to go through the process through the League of Oregon Cities.
We were just taking public comment if anybody had.
Okay.
They're allowed if they need.
Okay. Yeah. Anybody have any comments on the employment of any ideas from the public? Okay, seeing none, we will go to item B, which is adopting some hiring standards and criteria and policy. Chad, do you want to add anything to this?
Sure. So just briefly, as you see in item 6B, and there's copies for the members of the public on the table, under the law, in order to use an executive session to hire an employee, there's certain procedures that you must follow. Those procedures include having hiring procedures that you've adopted, having criteria that you've adopted, and providing an opportunity for members of the public to comment on that criteria, as well as advertising the position. So what you see before you are first a proposed procedures to use for hiring an interim city manager. The first would be to begin advertising the position with the League of Oregon Cities tomorrow, setting up a closing date for applications by November 12th. You can conduct interviews the 13th through the 17th, and you can make a decision to hire an interim manager the 13th through the 21st, and make sure that there's an interim manager in place no later than the 29th. Certainly, even if you adopt these proposed hiring procedures tonight, you could amend them if you find a candidate that everyone agrees upon. We can call a public meeting, we can amend these criteria and hire that person. But this would set up a procedure, a somewhat flexible procedure for everyone to use. The second document is the criteria. This criteria is based on the criteria that you all used during the recruitment of the last city manager. It's pretty much identical, except that Sadie and I took the language and changed it from a permanent city manager to an interim city manager, and deleted some of the information about benefits and things of that nature that you wouldn't normally offer to an interim city manager. The third document is the text of the advertisement that we would place with the League of Oregon Cities to make sure that we're advertising the position. So those are the documents that we presented for your approval, and I would point out again that we need to take public comment on the criteria, which is the second document under this agenda. With that, I'll answer any questions that you have.
Okay, again, does anybody from the council have questions on this, the hiring procedures, the date set forward of Chad right now?
I would like to see the criteria, the schedule adopted as stated here.
Give everybody a chance to kind of look at it.
Do we need to call for public comment on it before we pass?
Yes.
Okay.
I hadn't made a motion, that's what
Okay.
we're discussing.
I would agree. I think
Does
it's fine.
anybody from the public, do they have questions or suggestions with this hiring procedure and the timeline? Seeing none, then we could move forward with a motion.
Then I'll go ahead and move that we adopt the criteria, the time frame, and the newsletter disclosure as written.
Is that along with the hiring standard
Yes.
criteria?
A second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second to move forward with the criteria set before you with the hiring procedures, the standards that we will set forward on an interim manager, and the letter to the LOC to advertise for a interim city manager. Is that correct?
Yes.
We have a motion and a second. Question? All All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None, so be it. Okay, and then the last statement was possible appointment of an interim, and I think we discussed that as, right now, we looks like we want to move forward with the information we have right now, and not look at an immediate interim.
Yeah, I would like to reserve the need for an immediate interim until we've exhausted all possibilities between now and the 29th.
Any other questions? Statements?
Before we leave new business, I'd like to add to the next regular meeting discussion about the possibility of creating a finance committee to work with the city manager and the finance director on creating like revenue forecasts and those types of things for us to work with.
Okay, so you want to form a finance committee?
Yes.
So
Different than,
Discussion of the possibility.
okay, so a discussion of creating one. And this would be above and beyond our normal budget committee, budget committee?
Absolutely. It would be prior to, more involved in the preparation and the vetting of the forecasted revenues and forecasted expenses. So more on the front end of that particular process.
I would second that to add it to the agenda discussion.
Okay, Sadie, you have that as the agenda item? Okay,
I can provide
yeah.
some background information
For the agenda item?
Anything else? Seeing none, we could adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
We have a motion second to adjourn. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None, so be it. Thank you.
Thank you for coming.
Here's the-
None of you said anything, but thanks for coming anyway.